Howdy folks, welcome back to Cattle and Crops. Today it's planting day, and I've got my hired hand, Dagobert, scheduled to come plant this field in wheat. It's a little wet, but I think we'll be alright. And I've got a tractor and a seeder rented because I can't afford those, so we've got them, I think, for a couple more hours. So what I'm hoping to do is once Dagobert finishes up this field, I'm going to take over and I'm going to go seed field 14, which is just up the hill there by the farm. So let me give Dagobert a call and see if he's on his way. I'll be right back. Alright, Dagobert's done with his lunch. And he's going to get this field planted with wheat. Just making sure he's getting started alright. It's a pretty good hand, but every once in a while he needs a little help. Got the Deutz-Fahr tractor there. It's about 238 horsepower, I believe. And then we got the Hammer Corn King there with the seeder unit. Pretty good combo. He's nice and dirty. He's already done fields 13 and 15. Then this is 16. And then I'm going to plant 14 myself. All the other fields that we started with are planted. I think a lot of them were planted by me going through the tutorials. So we've got a bunch of corn, I think some rye. And I'm planting wheat here all around the farm. So I'm going to let him work, and then when he's done with the tractor, I'm going to take it over. And we're going to plant this field right over here. Number 14. We'll try our hand with the Corn King. Called a Corn King, but you can also put a seeder on it as a planter and a seeder attachment. So I will see you all in just a bit. Alright, I think Dagobert is done. He should, in theory, park the tractor here. There we go. And Scotty beamed him up. So I just realized I set up the first field, 13, to be planted with wheat. But when I set up 15 and 16, I accidentally left it as barley. So Dagobert did just what he was told. And he planted barley. So we have some barley. But I do want to plant wheat in 14. So I'm going to have to figure out. I think you can unload. Let me bring up the UI. So it still has 20 gallons of barley seed in it. Let's see if I can put that in a silo. I'm not actually sure. How do I unload? Empty tanks. Okay. Wonder what that does. Let's find out. You pull over here like in the open. This Deutz-Fahr's got some giddy up and go to it. Alright. Parking brake on. And empty tanks. Is it empty? What just happened? Oh, wait, it was empty. What's going on? Did it just empty the tanks because the mission was done? There was just a delay? I'm not entirely sure what just happened there. So when you set up a task for the AI, they will automatically buy the seed they need. At least that's how it works right now. So I think it was just in there for a little bit and it has now disappeared. So I don't have to worry about emptying it out. Oh. What I just noticed though is I don't have... Oh no, there it is. Let's see, I don't have a speedometer or anything. Fuel. Do I have a fuel gauge? 4.3 gallons per hour. A fuel gauge anywhere? There it is, underneath the steering wheel. So we got plenty of gas. That's good. This is a rental. I've got this till about 3:25 this afternoon, I believe. But what I need to do now is run up to the farm co-op and get some seed. How much seed do I need? I have no idea. Not much, but we are going to need some seed. What's the best way to the farm co-op? Let me pull up the map. So I got to run all the way up here. I don't think there's any way to buy seed yet. Kind of a convoluted route, isn't it? Alright, fine. We'll go that way. We'll go this way. So I don't think there's no like seed tenders or pallets of seed or anything like that yet. I did see a mod that's like a trailer and it has pallets that come with it. So I think the capability is in the game. It's just not there yet. From the developers anyway. So I'm going to drive over to the farm co-op and get some seed. Then we're going to come back and seed field 14. So I will see you in a little bit. Alright, here we are coming back to the farm. We got some wheat seed. And let's see if we can get this thing planted. So I want that guy unfolded. I'm going to start over here on this corner, I think. Right through these bushes. That'll work. And lower you down. Pretty good so far. Mud flying everywhere. Probably could have used with the front weight. Alright, all that good. Try to get around the tree here. Not hit the fence too bad. Down again, and off we go. I'm driving by instinct here. We don't have any GPS or anything. I forgot to check. Does this have ridge markers? We get stopped down here and we'll take a look. Overlap that one quite a bit. Yeah, at least we won't have any gaps. Pop that on. No, this does not have ridge markers. I think the planter does, the seeder doesn't. Seeder, you just have to guess. It's not in rows. Alright, coming back down, up the hill we go. Deutsch is pulling pretty good. A little bit of wheel slip though when we get on this slope. Not too surprised. The field's a little muddy. They always look muddy even when they're not muddy. Some of the fields still have... They've got standing water on them. They're pretty bad. I think most of my fields are dry. The one across the way there, you can see. Make that out through the YouTube compression. It's got a lot of water standing on it. A little hard to tell where I've been, and those lights don't really help. So I'm just kind of guessing. As long as we get it mostly planted, that's enough. Where are the bushes? Wish we had some kind of dash indication that the cruise was on. I don't think there is any kind of indicator. Really hoping more of these controls become interactive. With the key and the parking brake and a few things here and there. Full clickable cockpit on the tractor? How awesome would that be? I could really geek out. Seems like if I keep the fender about on the edge, it's about right. It's gonna have to be close enough. So after planting, we're basically just taking care of the bowls, which I've got Dagobert doing every day. Keep them topped off. And we're just kind of counting time. I will check them probably later in the spring to see if we need any kind of fertilization, or I don't know if there's herbicide in the game yet. Yeah, let's see. Parking brake on. Let's take a quick look. This menu, tank trader. Mineral trader, harbor. We have fertilizer. Yeah, I don't see any herbicide here, so I don't think you can do that yet. Slurry and then liquid fertilizer is all we've got. Alright. Down and off we go. So we'll check. I'm not 100% sure what the fertilizer does. It'd be interesting to watch the soil levels of like the phosphate and the nitrogen and stuff and see what changes if you use the spray-on fertilizer. So we may do some of that. Otherwise, we're probably just gonna skip through till harvest time. And harvest time will be a pretty big operation. We may do all the cornfields first, get those shafted into the shaft, however you say that. Get those in the silo and then work on the regular field crops. And we'll be utilizing the AI to help out with the harvesting. So we'll see how that goes. When the AI works, it is beautiful. Oh, I'm getting confused here by the soil. It's drier over here, it looks like. So we might have missed some back there. When the AI works, it's beautiful. But it does Do very strange things sometimes. Kind of GPS system will be epic. Really hope we get that. Did I lower that? I did. Alright, sometimes it's hard to tell. We're not used to the systems. Alright, dig in, Deutschfahrer. Let's go. Rawr. Sling that mud. We're just about done planting Field 14 here. And it's only 1 o'clock, so we got plenty of time. I rented all this stuff for 5 hours. I figured that would be enough. And it was. Basically one more pass down through here and we got this. I'll probably come up this edge just to finish it out. Don't really need much of a headland anywhere else. So let the cruise control do the work. Well, the cruise control is an actual just set speed. It's not like Farm Sim where it knows what speed you're supposed to go. You just set it to a speed and it'll tell you if you're driving too fast. You set the working speed. And Cruise 2 seems to be about right. It has like some presets. 1, 2, and 3. Then you can adjust those as needed. Cruise 2 seems to be about right. I just noticed this Deutsch is in miles per hour. Alright. Up you go. So let's take a look. Which key is it? 3? No. 6. We're going to look at field 14. We have 94% planted. So I missed some spots. And it is fairly wet. Not super bad, but fairly wet. Not as wet as field 3. It's 72%. It's not really soaked in. So I'm glad we don't have to plant that. It is really, really wet. Well, I guess let's get this equipment cleaned up. And I'll tell you what, let's actually leave that down. Get it cleaned up. Clean this up before we take it back to the dealer. Now, last video we went and did the slurry mission. And I didn't finish it all, so we didn't get the slurry tanker. Next time I fired up the game, that mission was available again. For some reason, I'm still not entirely sure why, other than just early access. So I went and did all the slurry. And it was 4 or 5 different fields. Took quite a while, but I did get some money, and we now have a slurry spreader. So, totally worth it. If I pull up here next to the sprayer, I think I have to turn the UI on. I have to be outside. There's a way for this to clean. Oh, I want to empty this out too, see if I can keep my wheat seed. Oh, there it is. Clean. Alright, so if I'm in the cab with the UI off, oh, we still get it. Excellent. There's no sprayer action or anything, you just click clean, and that gradually cleans up your tractor or whatever's in the trigger. Is it cleaning? Oh, it's cleaning everything. Look at that. Awesome. Alright, let's fold that up. Let's get our parking brake off. I want to empty this thing and see what happens. I don't know if it just disappears. Might be a giant waste of money. I don't know if it disappears or if it goes on the ground. Kind of curious if we can tip it in. Let's go look over here. Because I would prefer to keep this seed. I paid money for it. We'll do some experimenting. If I pull in here, my lights come on automatically. I don't like that. I hope they get rid of the everything automatically happening for you. So we have 180 gallons of seed. Doesn't look like we can plant or dump there. Alright, so if I come over here, is it just going to disappear? Let's keep an eye on our money. I don't know if we get a refund on it. Parking brake is on. We're at 93,570 on the money. What happens? It is now empty. I still have the same amount of money. And I don't see any seed anywhere. So it looks like it just throws that away. At least now. Everything's subject to change. So probably in the future it will throw a bag or a pallet or something down on the ground. That would be my guess. Alright, parking brake is on. Turn you off. We're done. We are done with you. It's a rental. So it's going to be going back to the dealer. Door handle. There we go. That is a big old tractor. Deutz-Fahr 7250. Rated, I think, 238 horsepower. So that's going to be it for this one. We got our fields planted, which is great. So all fields are now planted. And they will be growing through. So I will see you for either some fertilization or some harvesting next. Thanks for watching. Take care.